Hi everybody, Cohh here with another thoughts video, this time on Wild Hearts. I was very lukewarm on this game, and I don't use that term often. Lukewarm. Who's Luke and why is he warm? I have no idea. But when I heard that Wild Hearts was a thing, what I heard was Monster Hunter, but not Monster Hunter. Now, I played Monster Hunter Worlds, and I enjoyed it. In fact, I enjoyed it so much that I played it again when it re-released on PC, and I played the DLC. Monster Hunter is a great franchise for me, and I really enjoyed it, but as I got towards the end of the DLC, I kind of started getting Monster Hunter fatigue. I fought a bunch of monsters. I played like, God, almost 100 hours between the two. I played it so much that when Rise came out, I was like, you know what? I know what Monster Hunter is, and frankly, I don't really want to keep doing it. I'd rather do something else. I know the routine. I know the gameplay loop. I don't need to play any more of this. So when I heard Wild Hearts, chat originally told me it's more Monster Hunter, and I said, okay. I didn't play it when it came out, LDR. So later, a sponsored opportunity came up. And I came back to chat, and it had been out for about a week at that point. And I said, okay, chat, a sponsored opportunity came up. Should I check this game out? And a lot of times when I ask that, the rate at which I will accept that sponsorship is based on the reaction. A lot of times I'll say that, and chat will be like, no, whatever game you're asking about is dumb, or no, it doesn't work well, or yes, try it out. And in this case, interestingly enough, a lot of people, when I asked, should I take this sponsorship for Wild Hearts, said, yeah, give it a try. My follow-up question was, of course, why? And the answer was, it's kind of like a quicker, more building oriented, like it has things that differentiate it enough to make it interesting. So at that point, I started looking into it. And I also noticed that a few of my streaming friendos were also putting a lot of time into it. So I said, you know what? Let me take the sponsorship. I'll give it a try. And I did. I played it for 2 hours. When I was done with the 2 hours, I gotta say, I was very pleasantly surprised with what Wild Hearts is. It is the Monster Hunter's formula, but it has some very important changes and flavors that differentiate it in ways that I really appreciate and like. There is a dodging mechanic. It is faster. There is no weapon sharpening, which always bugged me. And one of the things about Monster Hunter I always felt is that I always felt, and keep in mind, I didn't play Rise, which did help with the movement stuff, but in Monster Hunter World particularly, I felt like I was always kind of trying to play catch up with the monster. I felt like I was always a step behind or at least on par with it. But the thing that I really appreciate about Wild Hearts is that with the dodging mechanic, with the building mechanic, with especially some of the weapon types, it puts you not only on par with the monsters, but you actually feel like you're at times ahead of them. It lets you kind of, the movement and the action is faster, and it puts it on a level that makes it, for me, more enjoyable than Monster Hunter. And that's what kicked off my now 15 plus hour playthrough of Wild Hearts. I just rolled credits on it, and I gotta say, I have the same feeling with Wild Hearts as I did my first 15 hours of Monster Hunter. Although I kind of got fatigued with that, this feels like a reinvigoration. It brings a lot of, it takes away a lot of the things I don't like from Monster Hunter, and it brings in a lot of interesting things that I really do like. The building mechanic, 15 or 50. No, I want to say, I don't know how many hours we played, but I think it's like 15-ish. Probably more. Someone will have to correct me on that. But the big things about Wild Heart that differentiate it, first of all, there's a full dodge mechanic. There's no weapon sharpening. There's 8 different weapons, I want to say. You have 5 at the beginning, I think 3 later. I picked one that was very mobile, and I really enjoyed it. I did not play 69 hours, chat. But the big thing also is the building system. There's a system that lets you not only pick kind of some basic building blocks, but then you can make more advanced structures based on those. And that system although I did wrestle with it at times. Did add a part to the game that I really enjoyed, especially as a solo player, because it makes you feel like you can kind of build these machinations that help you control the fight in ways that you couldn't really before in other iterations of the same thing. I did roll credits on this game. I enjoyed all of it. There's a post game. I'm probably going to participate in that, and I am looking forward to further content with this game. So, TLDR, let's break it down. If you're a Monster Hunter fan, it is worth checking out Wild Hearts. There is enough in this product that it is not just more Monster Hunter. It is a slightly different perspective, and that slightly is underlined and bolded enough to the point where it may be something that can breathe life into this for people that are kind of tired of Monster Hunter. I know many of you guys have been playing this Monster Hunter franchise for actual, decades now? And this might just be enough for you to take a look at it. Now, I would be remiss to mention at this point, and man, I am so sad that I have to say this, but this game is mired with performance issues. I'm hoping that later on that this isn't an issue, but as of now, there are still performance issues. If you are in a mid or lower mid range system, you may have to double check if this is actually something that can be played on your system. It is a huge issue, and I hate the fact that the conversation has shifted to that as opposed to actually comparing the gameplay mechanics, but something to do some research on and look into if you are interested in picking this up. That being said, if it does work for you or you're playing, I think, on console, which is okay, this is something that you may want to check out. I had a great time with it, and I'm still playing it, and it was a very pleasant surprise in this whole genre, which I guess is now a thing, the Monster Hunter genre, now that we have a pretty good competitor that I hope to see a lot of more content from in the future. Anyway, that's it for me. Thank you for watching. If you want to see more, you can find more on this YouTube or at twitch.tv/CohhCarnage. And as always, thanks for your time.